Hey team, Rowan here. Something you may not know about me is that my master's degree is in community psychology, and I studied art therapy at a graduate level. That year I lived in New Mexico before I nearly died. I have a lot of stories like that, but the important part is that I have survived. I will continue to survive to the best of my ability. And what you're seeing here is an experiment in art therapy. Generally, I'd say to use whatever colors feel like how you're feeling, and just let the paint go where it goes while you sit with those feelings. We could then interpret what you've done after the fact, the same way I'd interpret a dream, right? Just forwards instead of in reverse. A dream is best remembered from the moment closest to when you wake up, and then telling the story backwards. What happened before that? What happened before that? And then once the story is laid out, it can be pieced back together the right way again. A lot of therapy is like that, really. I'm also a fan of interpreting a feeling or a memory as a horrible monster to draw out, and then you decorate it with a silly hat or something to force the horrible feeling to be more approachable. So not the trauma itself, just the feeling you get, and let's make that approachable. What happens when you can approach that feeling enough to have a confrontation, or even a thoughtful discussion? And that second one is what I'm aiming for here with this piece. I wasn't a scary monster, so much as stuck in a monstrous situation. You know, those feelings attached to that situation. That's what I'm trying to get here. And the idea is to talk to my 5-year-old self, and I wanted something physical to talk to. That's the whole reason that this piece exists. So I'll sit with this piece and see what she has to say. I'll ask what she needs. It's not that I don't know what I needed, but that I was never really asked at that age, so I will be the one to ask. This can also be done like in a journal. You know, you don't have to paint things, you could sculpt if you wanted. Whatever feels right to you. Pick something that hurt you, whether a long time ago or recent, something that's still bothering you, and try to give it form enough to take a little bit of control back. And that may help you. Thank you for joining me, and rock on.